So, Mr. Tapan, thank you for joining us and welcome to Z Media. 2025 has been fantastic for you. Just in a span of 4 months, you guys have sold over 1,000 cars, which is impressive. Now we are in 2026. What's your plan? VF6 and VF7 has been a super hit products for you. यहाँ से हम क्या देखते हैं 2026 का रोड मैप क्या होगा?
So first of all, thank you for having me on your channel. 2026, what we are going to do is that first of all, हमको fundamentals और strong करना है. If we have to increase the volume, हमारे लिए products important है, products with proper price, network and overall ecosystem. Products जैसे we'll be launching 3 new products this year. Network जो भी हमारे showrooms है, जो भी हमारे workshops हैं, इसको हम और increase करेंगे.
You talked about making your ecosystem stronger in 2026. हमने और सुना है कि GSM एक इनिशिएटिव भी आ रहा है. Then of course you are also venturing into electric buses. उसके बारे में आप अगर हमें थोड़ा सा बताना चाहें कि how it's going to impact the overall EV industry and EV space, especially in the Indian market.
EV adoption के लिए हमारे विन ग्रुप में 2 सिस्टर कंपनीज हैं which we are going to have them in India that will help us in increasing the volume of EV. एक है GSM. They are actually a fleet operator. They are going to come to India this year itself. What they're going to do is that ये हमसे गाड़ी खरीदेंगे which is going to be basically manufactured for fleet. The first half of this year हम लॉन्च करेंगे एक प्रोडक्ट विच इज 7 सीटर. ये जो गाड़ी हम बनाएंगे 7 सीटर, दैट वी विल बी गिविंग इट टू, विल सेलिंग इट टू द GSM एंड GSM विल बी यूजिंग इट एज अ फ्लीट ऑपरेटर. सेकेंड पार्ट जो इकोसिस्टम का मैं बात कर रहा था, चार्जिंग स्टेशन इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो हमारे अगेन अ सिस्टर कंपनी है दैट इज वी ग्रीन. तो वी ग्रीन एक्चुअली सेट्स अप चार्जिंग स्टेशंस. इनका ऑलरेडी टाई अप हो चुका है विद HPCL, जहाँ पर we'll be using some of their petrol pumps to start with to have our charging network there.
Whenever we talk about the EV space, EV industry, this range anxiety and infrastructure has always been the pain area. How will you ensure कि Indian जो India centric जो हमारे challenges होते हैं, especially customer point of view से, उसको हम ensure करें and that trust remain intact.
सो कस्टमर्स के दिमाग में एक तो ऑब्वियसली प्रोडक्ट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, प्राइस इज़ इंपॉर्टेंट, नेटवर्क इज़ इंपॉर्टेंट, बट कस्टमर के दिमाग में जो मुझे लगता है देयर आर 2 थिंग्स विच कस्टमर्स क्वाइट एंक्शियस अबाउट. एक है रेंज, अनदर इज़ चार्जिंग. अगर हम देखेंगे हमारे रेंज इज़ वेरी गुड. इफ़ आई टॉक अबाउट VF7, इट इज़ मोर देन 500 किलोमीटर. इवन अगर हम VF6 की बात करेंगे, इट इज़ मोर देन 400. सो दैट इज़ वन पर्टिकुलर एंजाइटी टू अ ग्रेट एक्सटेंट वी हैव टेकन केयर ऑफ. Second thing which is very very important is that we are going to have the charging network also. As months go, as years go, V-Green also will be increasing the charging stations and all. Third जो है EV adoption के लिए जो कि बहुत ज़्यादा important है, that is basically customers requires that उनका जो life cycle है vehicle का, what is the peace of mind which is getting.
Yeah. So as we all know that India is a very price sensitive market. When we talk about raising the volumes, कहीं ना कहीं वो एक price bracket एक लाना पड़ता है. Budget segment को भी cater करना पड़ता है to get the mass figures. The point here is that is there any plan to cater to that segment as well, where the middle class and the tier 2 and tier 3 cities can also get an experience of VinFast?
We are looking at all segments. Every 6 months, we are going to launch one product, which means that yes, we have got a lot of bouquet of products in Vietnam, which we are going to launch in India at an appropriate time.
Why India is so important for VinFast, and how do you perceive India's growth story when it comes to the entire, can it become the next EV hub for the entire world?
India currently is the third largest passenger vehicle industry in the world. That's a huge potential. We are so optimistic about the future of EV in India that we have entered at the correct time and we have made good investment. In Tuticorin, we are having the plant which is actually on a 400-acre land. Just beside that plant, we have acquired another land for 500 acres. That shows that we are taking India very, very seriously and we are very, very optimistic about the growth potential.
So, Mr. Tapan, my second last question to you would be, How would you define VinFast? What is its USP? How is it different from other players who are already there in the market? Whether you talk about the homegrown brands or whether you talk about the other brands which are even planning to come into the Indian market, what would be that USP of VinFast?
So we are a company dedicated for EV because we feel that it is the best way for sustainability and the green mobility, green future. Second USP is that we are going to bring in the ecosystem here. Like I was talking about a company V Green, I was talking about GSM. We are also going to have some other Vin Group projects like real estate and all those things coming to India. Plus, two-wheeler we are going to launch, buses we are going to launch. So just imagine when we are talking about Vin Group portfolio, we'll be having VinFast four-wheeler, VinFast two-wheeler, EV, V-Green charging, GSM, and also the townships which I talk about, the eco townships which we'll be having in Telangana to start with. Other state governments will follow. So it is something which is our USP, which many OEMs may not have.
Okay, Mr. Zaman, before we wind up, I have some interesting questions for our rapid fire round. So my first question is, first road trip you would take in a VinFast EV in India?
From here to Jaipur,
Oh wow, okay. VinFast in India, underdog or disruptor?
disruptor,
Okay. Service network or software updates? What builds trust faster?
both both are equally important.
Okay. One promise VinFast will never compromise on in India.
Promise to deliver good quality products at a reasonable price and having excellent after sales service.
Okay. My last question is, in one sentence, what does VinFast want to become in India? A disruptor, a challenger, or a mass EV brand?
A disruptor and also a massive brand, both.
Okay. On that note, I would like to say thank you very much for your time and all the very best for 2026.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Thank you.